Okay, hello, my name is Samo P and I'll take you through RSTUDIO. So the first thing we did is we uploaded the student data to the Google Drive, as you can see on this side. So the first command that we had to run is library Google Drive so that the data can be able to read the data into the from the Google Drive. So the second command was like install packages at Google Drive so that it should be able to install. I mean, it should be able to read these the file from the Google Drive. As you can see here, after running the command, it's showing showing that it is able to read the data from the Google Drive.
Okay, my name is Elizabeth Porter, and I'll take you through on the producing the summary statistics. So this was the summary for the data to give us the summary statistics. And as you can see, the summary was specifically classified. Then the other command to install the package for displayer for the for the RStudio to be able to give all the or to rename all the columns for easier use in the OLS model. Proceeding with the OLS model, and then the OLS model will look like this as presented down. For example, the data that we entered in the RStudio, these are the values after running the OLS regression.
So after that, we had to run the diagnostic test. So which is question number three, diagnostic test. So we had the test one was checking for homoscedasticity. The homoscedasticity shows that the mean means that the variance and the residual is constant across all levels of the independent variables. So here the command after running that command, it is showing that the residual versus the fitted values, as you can see here, the visual representation. So it is showing, um, so as you can see the visual representation, but first you have to know the definition of residual, which is the difference between fitted and the actual value. So the fitted are down here. As you can see, this is it. The dotted lines, and the actual is up here. So the difference between this and this is what we call residual. So you can, as you can see here, it is showing uh, running on the relevance of age, gender, computer skills, and relevance. So the second test was checking for normality. Normality of residue is the assumption that the errors of the model are normally distributed. This is important for validity of p-values and confidence interval, especially for small samples. So as you can see here, it's showing the visual representation of checking for normality. So normality is showing that the mean is zero because the data is all falling under the best fitted line. Most of the data is falling on the best fitted line. So the test number three was checking for multicollinearity. Multicollinearity occurs when the independent variables in regression model are highly correlated. So multicollinearity can make it difficult to determine the individual impact of each independent variable on the dependency, leading to unstable and reliable confidence estimate. So checking for multicollinearity, we use the VIF command, which is showing here. So calculate for VIF for each predictor. So as you can see here, so it's showing age that the VIF for age is 1.9, and this one for computer skills is 1.08, and for relevance is 1.0. So multicollinearity is there when the value that you have found is above 10, but this one is below 10. So it's showing that there is no multicollinearity in this data that we have run.
Okay, the other question says that it should run for logistic regression. So here was the command, logistic model, and here they will fit it. So after running, here was the interpretation of our data. Hence, as you can see, age is positively affecting and is significant. Uh, Math relevancy is positively significant as well. While computer skills, it is it is negative, but it is also insignificant. While the rest of the data was considered non-binary, but four values were considered binary. So another model was probit model, which is also the same as the logistic model, regression, just that it the probit model, it links the function in contrast to the logistic regression, which uses the logit function, or it also uses as it also uses this command which says probit model, and these are the fitted values, and this was the interpretation of our data. So we also found that the binary variables were four, while the rest were unbinary. Continuing, so continuing with the last question, which says we should run the marginal effect. So first we had to install the package for marginal effects, which is MFX, since RSTUDIO for Google Colab does not have the MFX. After installing, this was our MFX for our data, which was students' data. Thank you.